Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? I had some friends ask me, where have you been lately? And I thought, you know what? I need to stop in here, do a quick video, show you a couple things I've been making, and give you my project ideas for my next journal, which I'm totally excited about. So before I get started on that, which I want to walk through some of my thought process, I thought I'd show you what I've been making. I received a really cute thank you card from someone, and it was the cutest thing. I think I'm gonna do something similar. Let me show you the one I received, which was so cute. It had a linen fabric, craft paper and linen fabric. I just loved it. I thought it was nice. Well, I wanted to make a smaller version because I wanted to be able to use them for thank you cards as well. So I thought I'd show you these. Very easy to make. This is actually textile that I mount on the inside in a window, as you can see. And then over here is a nice little pocket. So when you send a thank you, I can add bits and bobs to the thank you card as a little extra something. So I just thought I would show you these. I decorated with a little bit of washi inside, nothing much. And then did a divot. This is one piece of paper. So out of, and I made this out of 8.5 by 11, I made these. So you can see you can get 3 out of there. And I thought this was real cute with this little bit of spring going into fall washi tape. And again, with the little pocket here. And I love the thought of that. And it's so nice to give somebody a little something extra when you're sending a thank you or a happy mail or something like that. So I was busy making a bunch of those. Just thought I'd show you 3 of them. And then I start a project. Now, most of you know that I watch Roxy Creations, and I watch Roxy's Journal of Stitchery with Rachel and her sister Sarah. And they do slow stitch projects, which I just love. They use textiles on their journals, which I think is fabulous. And Rachel now is printing her own fabrics, so go out and check her out. It's Roxy Creations. I've also was watching To Be Loved Treasures by Corinne. And I thought I'm going to make a little needle book. So I took a lot of ideas from her and I started this needle book. Now, please don't laugh. This is the first time I've ever done slow stitching, and it's certainly, I love it because it's not meant to be perfect, right? So I did a few little things here. I layered on some textiles. I did a little bit of embroidery. I did some lace overlay, a little believe. Can you see that little believe? I love that. I love that. Little button for the closure with some seam binding tape. And then the spine looks like this. And I'll squish that out so you could see it. This piece here is a piece of Roxy Creations printed textiles, which everybody knows I just love Rachel's textiles. And then this is the back, and I can't the stitched. You can see they're not perfect. They're not the perfect distance apart. They're not the perfect length, each of them. But I sure had fun doing it. And, you know, I like to think of it, slow stitching, as mindful stitching. And it relaxes me so much, which I've needed this past month. This past few weeks, I've had some things going on that aren't the happiest in times in your life. But nonetheless, they happen. So let me show you the inside of this little thing. Got a little bag. Thank you, Corinne. I love that thought because it carries a few little things that I thought I needed, and I need to get a thimble to put in there. I don't have a thimble. Go figure. This is my needle threader, which I attached here because while I'm working, it's nice to have it somewhere where I can reach it right away. I put a little dangle on here, of course, with my, I'll bring this up so you can see. With my, oops, how am I going to show that? Let me, come on, there you go. With the little J. Look at the little J because that's for Jill. On my little dangle, added a button, laundry label, so on and so forth. With a pocket. pocket is backed by Rachel's Textiles and then overlaid with lace and so on and so forth. And I carry cotton, some more needle threaders and some straight pins, as you'll see. So yeah, this was my first attempt at slow stitching. So be kind with your comments. I know it's not perfect. Be kind. But here's my little space for my needles and threads. And then, of course, the back of it. And this is a piece of Rachel's little materials as well. And then this is a little pocket for my scissors. And because that image is that size, I am able to put my scissors in there without falling out. I don't need any kind of a thing to hold them in there. So the whole thing wraps up. I have lots of room for more, and I can even add more pages in here if I wanted to. And then, so when I go off to my living room to sit and stitch, I just have to grab this, my project item, and off I go, off and running. I got everything I need in there. Now, my second project was a little more different. It was also inspired by Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. And they were doing these vessels, which was a bowl or a container of some type. And I thought I wanted to do a little container, but I wanted it to be kind of rectangle. I wanted it to stand up on its own, which I had some challenges with, and you'll see. Now, any unfinished edge on the inside I didn't care about. This is just for me, but let me show you what I did. Okay, I added some lace. I made my base out of that fabric, and then I added some little, what you call these? I might add a dangle here or there. I haven't decided, but I'm going to bead something for sure and put it on there. And then on this side, I put a little laundry label with a couple little background. Did some seed stitching, also not perfect, but I'm learning. Let me bring it up so you could see. Seed stitching. On the back, I wasn't sure about this green color fabric, and I put this one on first. It was far enough away. I thought, okay, we'll try it. I ended up really liking it. It added a little bit of a lighter color. So as you can see, I added it here, and then I added it back here and added 3 little buttons just to say, hello button, button. Here I did canvas stitching, and I extended it onto the bottom of the piece, rounded the corner, embroidered something here, which this was a good lesson for me, because what I found is the number of threads, I have too many threads on my needle when I did this little tiny thing. But I wasn't going to, here I'll scooch it up so you could see. Just too many threads, and so you can't see much definition in the leaves. Now I was happy the way the stems turned out, but so on and so forth. And I know you're not all into textiles and stitching, but I will tell you something about doing this kind of stitching. When I say mindful stitching, I mean when I sit and do this, I don't think or worry about anything. I just do it. I had no pattern for this. I just made it on my own, on the fly, and I started with a piece of, and what I wanted was, if you notice, I have 2 seams down here because I used 1 piece of cloth, and I wanted the side piece to come up, wrap around, and then get attached. And this whole other piece just wrapped around. So you end up with a piece of material that's kind of like a T shape, okay? And then these longer sides came up and wrapped around, these longer sides, and then the rest of the piece just came up and wrapped this way. So I thought it came out so cute. Thought I'd show you what I've been doing, and now I will stop talking about textiles and stitchery, but I do love it, and I'm thankful for the time it let me get my mind settled on something else. We recently lost a little furry friend who'd been with us for 16 and a half years. And then over what is Labor Day in the U.S., we lost a very close family friend. So it's been kind of a difficult few weeks, but I was able to get some calm by doing some of this stitching. So I was very happy for the opportunity to be able to do some of it. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to set these aside. Had so much fun. Thank you, Sarah and Rachel, for all your great ideas. Thank you, Corinne, for the cute little needle book. And I'll keep you guys posted on if I make others along the way. So my next little short video is going to be on the prep stages and my thought process for my next journal, which is going to be a lap book. And I'll tell you all about it in my next video. Thanks for now. Until the next time.